Hey cats, what's happening? Big thaw last couple days. Yeah, it's like 50 degrees today, maybe even a little like 53 or something like that. And the sun's kind of in and out here, so we're getting a meltdown. All my driveway's getting slushy, which was all hard-packed snow. And our real thick layer of snow is shrinking. So, but it's supposed to get cold again. That being said, I had to go pick up another load of firewood, and I just got done unloading the back of the truck, stacking it all on the front porch. It's always hard for me to believe that I fit all of that on my Chevy pickup. It's a lot of wood. Well, welcome to the man cave, and glad to have you along today. Some of you guys are probably getting ready to, well, at least planning your trip to Daytona this year. I can honestly say I've never been there, but then again, I've never had any urge to go to Florida, period. Nonetheless, spring is right around the corner, and maybe you're planning to take a trip to Daytona, or maybe to planning a trip somewhere else. Needless to say, whenever we go out on a motorcycle, there's always food involved, isn't there? I mean, you know, even if you're just going out for a little ride, usually the destination is someplace to eat. Get some wings, maybe a burger, maybe a steakhouse. If you're like V and I, we take a ride on the motorcycle. A lot of times our destination is the ice cream place where we can stop, sit, and have some ice cream, and then continue on enjoying our ride. But for those of you that are going to take like longer rides, say you're going to pack up all your gear and you're going to head out for a couple days, a week, maybe longer. What do you eat on the road? You know, just recently somebody was asking me that. You know, what kind of things do you take along that you can eat? Well, the first word of advice I would give you is and it's not really food, but you need to have water. When you're out on the highway and you're running all day long, even for a couple hours, the wind coming on you can dehydrate you. So you need to keep hydrated. You need to drink water while you're out on the highway. Now, some of these guys have these little cup holders, things that hang on the handlebars. I've never had one of those. You know, they can put a can of pop or a bottle of water, a cup of coffee or something in there. I always had mine where I could just stash it right beside my seat, where I could just reach back, grab it, pull it out, untwist it, take a couple swigs. And if I couldn't do all I was on the road, I would stop and pull it out of my saddlebag. But I usually carried a couple bottles of water with me for a day's ride, so I wouldn't dehydrate. But as far as food, you know, of course there's always the option that you can stop and eat. There's restaurants all along the way, pretty much wherever you go, unless you're out in the middle of nowhere. There's always an option to stop and get something to eat, but that can get pretty expensive. It's you know, by the time you stop, you eat breakfast, you eat lunch, you eat dinner, and you do that every day, it can get really expensive. Well, what's some cheaper ways to eat when you're out on the road? I'll tell you some of the things I did, and I don't know, I'm not recommending them, but I'm just telling you some of my ideas, some of the things I did. One of my favorite things to eat on the road is a power bar. And I'm not trying to sell any particular brand, but I really like the Cliff bars, and they come in all different, you know, flavors. They're somewhat nutritious, and my favorite is the Sierra Trail Mix. You know, it's got nuts in it and grain and some raisins, fruit, stuff like that. I really like them. And not just because of the flavor, but they really do give me energy, and they kind of help hold my appetite so I don't get hungry. There's other options to that too. I mean, you can get those Nature Valley granola bars. Those are fine to stick in your luggage somewhere. It's a good snack on the road. Also, they got those crackers. You got cheese crackers, peanut butter crackers, you know, the prepackaged kinds you can buy at the grocery store. Those are great to take along for munchies. Make a meal. I suppose there's all kinds of other options. I mean, you can take a Ziploc bag and make your own trail mix. You can put, M&Ms and peanuts and Chex Mix in there, and all kinds of pretzels and snacks. Mix it all up, and then when you get hungry, you just pull your snack mix out and just eat a couple handfuls. It takes care of the hunger pain, and you can go again. So those are fast options to just grabbing some food when you're on the road, so you don't have to stop somewhere. Now there is another trick that I'm going to show you that has worked rather well for me. I picked up this little backpack. I call it a day pack. Probably got it at a Walmart or something. This one's called Outdoor Products. But it comes in real handy, and it's a great thing to take along on the bike to pack food in. It's got numerous compartments, but if you'll look, it's got like insulation in there, kind of a thick insulated thing. And in the main hold here, there's a pocket here that you can put an ice pack in. Now what I do is, V and I got these ones, I think I got them when I had my rotator cuff surgery. But they're like large ice packs, kind of like a cloth material, and you could put them like a medical thing. But you can buy these soft ice packs on eBay. You can get the hard plastic ones too, but these are soft. When they melt, they're more like they flop around. I'm gonna stick them in the freezer, and I got 2 of them. And I get those things frozen solid, and then I can slip them right down here in this back section, and I can put my food up in this front section. So the ice goes back here, the food goes right here. And it'll keep the food cold for a full day, and I'm going to guess you might be able to push it into 2 days, depending on what you're going to take with you. Now there's another trick. Say you're taking off on a trip, and you're going to stop and camp for the night, and you want something good to eat. Well, you could wrap a baked potato up, put it in some foil, stick it in here. You could freeze a steak, freeze it overnight, stick that in here. The frozen steak will help to keep the pack cool too. And then, whatever else you want to bring along. You could even throw some lunch meat in there, and it would stay cool for at least a couple of days. After that, once the ice melts, the ice pack melts, and things start to warm up, you don't want your food to spoil either. So you're going to have to pitch anything in there. But you could put like a cheese sandwich in there, and that'd probably last for a few days. That'd be a good thing to eat on the road, just to hold you over. What I like about this thing too, it's like I said, it's got extra compartments, and it's kind of hard for me to unzip with one hand. But in this first compartment, I got some plastic silverware, and some napkins in there. I think I even have a paper plate or something in there. Cup cozy, just things that I could, if I needed out on the road, and I needed a knife and a fork to eat something, I could. Now, my bike doesn't have a lot of luggage room, so I have to be cautious about what I load, what I carry. The saddlebags are prime real estate. My one saddlebag's almost all rain gear and cold weather gear. My other saddlebag would be personal products, things that I would need, toothpaste, toothbrush, shaving kit, my medicines, maybe an extra change of jeans or a couple t-shirts or something. And then I'm going to have my bedroll and my tent and all that gear strapped on here too. And the food pack can obviously strap onto the back there too with some bungee cords. It is a backpack though. You could actually put it on over your shoulders and wear it on your back if you wanted to. I know some of the millennials like to wear backpacks on the motorcycle. I never have, but I'd rather just have it strapped somewhere where I can climb off the bike, unzip it, get what I need. But as for other stuff, you know, when you think about non-perishables, how about a can of baked beans? You can get these little cans of baked beans or beanie weenies, or you know, there's all kinds of like small treat products. Ramen noodles you can throw in there. All you got to do is put them in a little bit of water, and they get soft really quick. You know, you could heat some water up over the campfire and make yourself some ramen noodles. They're just some ideas to eat along the road. Your frozen steak and your baked potato, you get to camp at night. If it's not thawed out by day one, it'll be thawed out by day two. And you can throw that on the grill and cook it over the fire, or poke it onto a stick and just hang it over the fire and cook it that way. Throw your baked potato right in the hot coals and give it about, you know, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes. You should be able to eat your baked potato. Just some ideas that, you know, and things that I have done in the past, so I know these things work. Now, you may not want to go through all of that hassle, but again, if you're trying to save money and cut corners, those are things you can do where you don't have to spend a lot of money going out to eat all the time. You can bring along some stuff with you. You could bring along a can of Spam. I mean, that stuff will last forever. You know, you pop open the can, you got a ham dinner or Spam dinner. Anyway, maybe some of you just like to take the easy way out. If you got the money and your wallet is heavy, yeah, go to the steakhouse, go to McDonald's, blow your money on food every day, and your trip is going to cost you about 3 times as much. Well, those are my ideas for food on the road. I like to eat. I get hungry. In fact, too hungry sometimes. I'm trying to learn not to eat so much. In my retirement, my wife's been cooking some really good meals, and sometimes I think I just eat way too much. It's so delicious I can't stop eating it. That's the problem. I think, oh my gosh, that's so good. I got to go back and get some more, and then I got to get some more, and then I got to get some more. Now, one thing I thought I'd ask, and I tried to research it a little bit, but I really couldn't find anything that was that would actually work. But do they have refrigerators, you know, small refrigerated coolers for the motorcycles? You know, say you got an Ultra and you got the big luggage compartment on the back, you could fit a small cooler in there, I assume. But do they have coolers that you could like plug into your electrical system that would keep your food refrigerated for extended periods of time? I don't know. I've never seen that. And if any of you have ever done that, let me know in the comments. I'd be interested to hear about that. It sounds like it would be a cool thing to do if you had the luggage space to put it in, to be able to keep food cool for an extended period of time. You know, you keep some soda pop in there, or some beers or whatever you like. Well, anyway, that's my discussion for today. That's my chat. Thanks for coming along. Leave your comments down below and add your 2 cents worth. I'd like to hear from you. And I'd like to continue to hear from you. So if you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe. And we will see you around. We'll keep you interested with more videos to come. Till next time, cats, ride hard, die free.